Welcome everyone. My name is Jay, and welcome to another episode of me showing you how to get some stuff done. So today we are going to focus on using a certain software to create a Windows 10 bootable disk, and then we can use that disk later on to boot up Windows, restore Windows, or upgrade your computer system. So before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe. This is one of my primary channels, just random. As you can see, go ahead and hit subscribe. Or you can go ahead and also subscribe to my tech channel, which is where we'll be posting these videos today. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. So what you want to do is you want to open up a Windows. And this is basically a Google. You want to go ahead. Let's go to Google real quick. And basically, we're going to look for Windows 10 download is one way you can find it. And this is where we're going to go to download Windows 10 from Microsoft. All right. It's always best to go directly from Microsoft and not to torrents and stuff like that, because sometimes those have built-in viruses and it can affect your system. If you are a torrenter, I mean, by all means do what you do, but like I said, if you're trying to get something that's clean, I recommend that you get it from the primary source. All right, so right here, you're going to click on Create Windows 10 Installation Media, and you're just going to head and download that. As you can see, this right here is going to open up the media creation tool, and that's what this is right here. All right, so once that is open, I'm going to go ahead and go to my downloads, and I'm going to find that file since I already had it. Click yes, and this is what's going to happen. It's going to open up basically the Windows 10 setup. It's going to ask you a few steps of what you actually want to do, and this is the easiest way to actually get started. So here we go. All right, so it took a little bit, sometimes just a few seconds for you to get to this screen. You need to go ahead and read the license agreements and terms right here. And once you're finished reading all of this, let me know if you agree, because you have to. Click accept. And we're going to wait a few more seconds for it to actually pull up the next screen. All right, so once you are here, this is what you want to do. You have two options. You can upgrade your computer, and you can create an installation media that you can use for another computer or this computer later. For this demonstration purpose, we're going to go ahead and create a media using installation files. Accept the default. If you uncheck this, you can change these to a different language, or the 32 versus 64-bit. We're going to select the default and make sure we have 64, because I have a 64-bit operating system. I'm doing Windows 10, and my language is actually English. All right, so this option right here, you can do the USB flash drive. For our demonstration purposes, we're going to select ISO, because we're going to burn this ISO using a program that I'll mention later, and we're going to use that to actually format the hard drive, the USB, and then we'll burn it from there. So click next. All right, it's going to ask you where you want to save it. I've already have this saved right here, so I'm not going to overwrite, but that's what you want to do. Go ahead and save that right there. Okay, so once that is done, you'll click next, and then that will close out and end the process for you. So the next stage you want to do, the program I want to talk about is Rufus. So I'm going to go ahead and search for Rufus online. Normally that's the website right there, rufus.ie. I'll put the link also in case you can't find it. But it's really easy to find. If you go to rufus.e/downloads, right, you can see a directory of all the different versions that are out there for you to choose from. But I just want to go to the easy way, go to rufus.ie so you can see. And you want to scroll down and go right here where it says download and click on 3.20, because it's the latest version that was updated as of August 3rd, 2022. So click on Rufus. Also, it's going to download another copy of Rufus. And then what you want to do now, you want to go ahead and open up Rufus, right? It's going to prompt you and then this is what you should see right here. So basically on my hard drive system, I have a 16 gig drive. It is drive D, and I'm just showing you, so you make sure you select the right drive. All right, you can format this beforehand and then go ahead and use Rufus to do it, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense because Rufus is going to also format the drive again for you and wipe it clean. But just for practices, if you want to format this first, you can do so and then have it clean and ready for this. So drive D selected. By default, if there were more USB drives, it will show up right here. It's actually an ISO, but you have also these options that you can use. But for this purposes, we're just going to do ISO. Make sure you select that. If you wanted to go and find something else, that's what you would do. Right now, at this point, since that it is, we need to go ahead and select the Windows 10 ISO drive right there. And that's going to keep the standards, right? Make sure everything. The volume label, I'm going to rename this to Windows 10 and then call it x64 because that is the version that I'm doing. Right, I'm going to change this to NTFS, and the bit size I'm going to keep it as default. Right, quick format, I'm going to select that so that it doesn't take a long time trying to format this drive. And then you have different passes that you can select from here, right here, for when you're doing the wiping, and check for byte clusters. So I like to check this as well, just to make sure everything passes and the hard drive is formatted properly and it has all of the instructions and files that are needed for me to have a good ISO formatted hard drive that's bootable and ready to go. So once everything is good to go, I'm going to click start. Once I click this is going to change. It's going to disappear for a little bit, and then it's going to wipe the drive, format it, burn the ISO to it, and then complete the installation process. I will speed up the video here once I hit start because this also takes a little bit long. It's a long process as well. So right here, you can disable this. I like to keep the default, but if you want to create a local user account using the same one that you have on this system, once you hit this, what it's going to do is going to create a login for you on the Windows image using the current login information that you have here. I don't want to do that because I want it to be a fresh, clean copy. So I'm going to keep the default as it is. The regional settings too, you can use the same region of this if this is the same region that you're operating in. But let's say you want to move regions to Germany or somewhere like that overseas, you can uncheck this box so that the fresh copy of Windows that you created, they will have to select the different region after it's built. And then it's the same thing with disabling data collection. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead skip all of those because I want it to be a fresh, clean install. But for you guys that's out there, you have the options to select the type of installation here that you want. I'm going to click OK. This is where it prompts me. It's going to delete everything on the drive. I'm going to click OK. And this is where we're going to start. See, it deletes everything and the drive disappeared. So now it is actually partitioning and everything is going to wipe, and then it's going to also install. I'm going to pause the video here and speed it up, and then we'll talk back right after the next phase. See you. So I'm back. As you can see here, we are at 85%-ish complete, and you can see it's right in to the drive. So this is where you will see it speeds up a little bit. All right, now we're in the high 90s. So this is the ending piece that I was trying to tell you. It takes normally to do the whole Windows 10, it will take about a good 30 minutes to actually wipe, compress, clean the drive, burn the files, and then process it over. So as you can see at the bottom of the screen down here, it's about 30 minutes. All right, guys, so here you have it. It is complete, done. Windows 10. If you go inside, you'll see all of the files you need, especially in the boot. This is what's going to help you to boot up, and all the files, the supporting files, and everything that you need for Windows to actually boot up and be ready, available to go. So if you like this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up, ring that bell so you can get notified whenever we make new content. We appreciate your time, and thank you so much.